guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk to you about contouring. I am going to be using this It Cosmetics palette. Right there, there we go. Okay, so it looks like this, and on the back actually it has like a detailed little thing and teaches you all about it. So you can totally do that, or you can just watch my video and I will show you. Anyway, so the colors are really pretty. They are, they're really pigmented, but they're not so soft that they are going to like fly across your face, you know. So I'm going to show you how I like to use this palette. I did not receive this palette for free, so it's nothing like that. It's just I got it and I liked it and now I want to talk about it, kind of thing. So, and I'm going to show you a few other products that I use with it to, you know, really help give you a natural kind of pretty soft contour without being too much. So, if you guys would like to see how I contour my face with this palette and a few other things, just keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to be using this It Cosmetics contour palette. And so we have the soft contour, light contour, a matte highlight, medium contour, deep contour, and then a radiance highlight, which is just like full of sparkle. Okay, and then we are going to take this 3/4 inch oval mop brush. This is actually a paintbrush. I've talked about it in so many of my videos. It's only $4.99 at Hobby Lobby, or you could probably go to Michael's, any store that supplies, you know, paint and brushes. So this brush is like my favorite contour brush. Like, it fits perfectly right here in the hollows of the cheeks. And it just does a really good job at picking up the product and just keeping it there so you can place it where you need to. This will be a duo fiber brush. So we're going to use this in the end just to kind of blend our contour and blush and everything together. That way it looks more natural and it's not just like straight contour, straight blush, straight highlight kind of thing. And then you will need a bronzer, any kind that you want. I'm using my KDB bronzer. Like I said, this is one of my favorite bronzers because the color's just really pretty and it goes with my spray tan when I spray tan. And then this brush that I talked about in my last video, it's just a powder brush, but it's a G5 by Morphe. And I just like it because it's just really soft and it blends my powder really well. So first off, before we get started, the key to contouring is to, when you use bronzer, like I don't care if you use a $2 bronzer as long as it's matte, like the point is that we are just shading places on our face that we want to look smaller. So you want it to hit like places, like especially like on the forehead, you're going to want it to hit places that you would naturally get burnt by the sun. Don't bring it down halfway down your forehead like this. You want to just keep it right in that hairline. That way it's more of a natural look and it's not like light to dark contrast. Okay, and then we're going to want to curve out our cheeks. And this is going to create a cheekbone and a slimmer face. And as you can tell, like right now, my face is all one solid color. So my face looks bigger. So you're going to see once I contour it out that, you know, I'm going to have definition. And then next we're going to squeeze, like when we do the nose, we're going to squeeze this brush and we're just going to lightly take the bronzer down each side of the nose, and then I do like a small tip underneath right here because I feel like the tip of my nose is big. People might not think that about me, but I think that. So, and it's kind of crooked actually. So I just like to go in, just kind of, you know, bring it in a little bit. Okay, and next we're going to do a slight dust right here. Darkening this area is going to create a slimmer jawline. Next we would do it on this side, and then I like to take a little bit and put it underneath my lip right here, and that's going to help kind of pout my bottom lip. Whenever we go to highlight, I'm going to take a little bit of highlight on the bridge of my nose. I'll take it on the higher part of my cheekbone here, right by my eye, and bring it a little tiny bit on my cheek. Go above your brows, And I do a little bit on the chin, but not too much, and then above my lip. Use matte or shimmer, whatever you want when it comes to that. But yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first off with this palette, I love this palette so much just because I like the colors, and like they just, I don't know, they're really easy to use. The pigment is great, which is awesome when you're contouring, because sometimes if you have too soft of a powder, you can pick up too much and it just looks way too bold. But these, the pigment's great, but it's not like you have to dig into them. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take the soft contour and then I'll dust it, and then I just dab it into this light contour and I dust that again. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start chiseling out my cheeks. Remember to start in the darkest part right here, and we're going to work our way up. And I'm holding this brush very lightly. Do not be harsh with it. Do not go back and forth like crazy. You just suck in your cheek, and we're just lightly defining that line. You can see the difference, like already, on just how it like brings it in. Oh. And I have a mirror over here, so that's why I'm looking. And you want to make sure they're even, so just go ahead and go back and forth as you need to. So when I get in this part right here, I like to take it up a little bit into that hairline right there. Because I don't like when I have a contour and then it's like completely white right here. I just don't like that look. And then if you wanted to go to the next color, which would be medium, I like pinch it and then just tap like the smallest bit. And we're going to put it in this darkest hollow right here. And I'm just doing like a flicking up motion. That way you're kind of sucking in that area a little bit more once it's darker right here. And then of course you can go back and just kind of even it. And we'll go back and we'll blend it more. Okay, so next what we're going to do is you can take a color from that palette if you want, but I'm going to go in and take this bronzer, and I'm going to take this big brush right here. Just dab it in there, and then I'm going to go over and I'm just going to lightly kind of bronze my cheek and that contour. So this just kind of gives a little bit of more color to my face and kind of blends that contour together. Alright, next we're going to go for the forehead and the rest of the face when it comes to contouring. And you're still dipping it in those same colors, or whatever colors actually kind of go with your skin tone. And then we're going to go, I like where your hair kind of goes in right here, I like to kind of just bronze that a little bit. And then we're going to go into the other side. But I'm keeping that color in my hairline. I'm not dragging it down my forehead. I'm keeping it in that hairline. Okay, and then we're going to do the jaw. When you do the jaw, you want to do the lightest contour color. And you also want to lightly sweep it. So, like I'm talking the slightest bit because you do not want a harsh line showing where your contour is. Okay, now we're going to go on the nose. So we're going to squeeze it. And then we're just going to drag it down. And then kind of do a V down here. Okay, so the sides are done, and now we're going to go and just do a small V on the nose. And then I'm going to take a lighter, like my highlighting brush that I do underneath my eyes, and I just kind of brush that side down. That way the color, the bronzer, is blending and it's not like a harsh, like defined line down my nose, you know, so it doesn't look dirty. You don't want your contour to ever look dirty. Okay, so now that I've like contoured it out, you can go back and you can add more if you want. I suggest taking the soft color or a light bronzer. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to go right here. Just because I told you I don't like that part being light. And then you can take more if you want to. Just to kind of darken up that hairline. In any other place. And then I'm going to go underneath my lip. So I'm just going to use, because it's right here in front of me, I'm going to use Orgasm by Nars. It's just this pinky peach blush with pretty shimmer in it. So I'm just going to use this angled brush, but usually I would use like my duo fiber blush brush. Okay, so we have it on here, and what we're going to do is slightly brush it on our cheeks. To smile, and you just want to do this apple of your cheeks, and then you can slightly move it up, but not too much. Okay. But mainly keep it just on the apples of your cheeks, and you just want slight color. You don't want like, boom, like you just pressed it there with a, I don't know. I don't know. But you just don't want harsh color right there on your apples of your cheeks. You just want it to look as if like you pinched your cheek. Like it just gives like a nice healthy flush to your cheeks. Highlight. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the Radiant highlight just because it's shimmery and I just think it's really pretty. It's actually one of my favorite highlights right now because it stays so well and it's just really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to drag it on the upper part right here and just kind of give it a little glow. And then we'll do the other side. And then I do it just a tiny bit on the apples of my cheeks. And then we're going to go above your brow. And then on your nose. And then above my lip a tiny bit. Like, I mean, this smallest bit. You don't want to look like you're like drenching sweat from your lip. Which can happen if you're not careful. Okay, and so now once we have our blush and our shimmer and all that, we're actually going to go now and take this duo fiber and we're going to kind of blend them. So this is just going to help create a natural looking contour and not so harsh of a line. If you look like you literally took 2 fingers, swiped it in Nutella, and streaked it across your face, you're doing it wrong. We honestly, like, you want it just to define your cheeks, like when you smile, you can see how it's just defined a little bit, but you don't want it to be too dark or overbearing. I think that's where a lot of people go wrong with contouring, is you want like this dark brown color, like chiseled in your cheekbones and, you know, straight up across your forehead like crazy, or skid marks down your nose. Like, it happens, believe me, I see it all the time. But the key is, for me, when it comes to contouring, highlighting, and blushing, is just to give the slightest definition. Like, you're just wanting to kind of give yourself a little bit of definition so you don't have like one solid color face, but you don't want to make it too harsh. So this brush though, honestly, I want you all to run out and grab this brush. Like, it's $4.99. If you need to, use the 40% off coupon on hobbylobby.com. This is not a paid video, by the way. I just really like Hobby Lobby and I shop there a lot. Anyways, so you just want to get this brush because it makes it so easy to contour. Like, it fits right there in that pocket so easy. These contour kits that come with brushes can be way too big. If you are not skilled with makeup, and I mean like you've done it for a long time kind of skilled, and you don't know how to hold your brush correctly or lightly, you're going to pick up way too much product and you're going to smear it across your face, and it's going to be too heavy and too much. So you want something that is going to be light and can lightly fit in your hand, that you can just lightly contour with. You don't want these big wide brushes or super compact brushes. So I used to use this one, which is still good, but it's a compact brush, so it's going to pick up a lot of product. So when you chisel it into that cheekbone, you're going to get a very defined line. And sometimes if you don't know how to blend that line out, you're going to just create a mess. So that's why I really like this one. It's kind of oval shaped too, so it's not like a flat kind of brush, so it just, you can just circle motion or you can just lightly swipe at. But I love this brush. It's just a really, really good contour brush, and I think you need it. And it's only $4.99. Like, you get, what's $4.99? Like, for a good brush that's going to last you and does the job correctly, you're not wasting $30 on a brush that, you know, you don't know how to hold properly or it's not working for you. So, I mean, this is just something that I love to use and I think it works very well. And if it helps you, then that's like huge plus. This video helps you guys, you know, with contouring and realizing it's not that scary. You just have to have the right brush, and any bronzer is going to work. That's all contouring is using a bronzing powder and chiseling out those areas to make your face look smaller. And then when it comes to highlighting, which I can do a whole nother video on that, but like for the under eyes and like your forehead and chin, you want to start with your contouring, or your highlighting is going to start with where you place your concealer. That's going to give you that bright effect look, and then of course the powder you put over it. So if you guys want to see a video over that, then I'll totally do a separate video all on just, you know, concealing and that jazz. I hope this video helped you guys, and if you have any questions, you know, leave it below and I will answer you. I just wanted to do a really quick video over this. Like, I love this contour palette because the highlight for one is my favorite, and then mixing these two colors are just so pretty. Like, it gives a I don't even know how, like, it just gives a really pretty contour color instead of being too brown or orange or gray. Like, it just gives a really pretty color. And then, of course, you can use these darker ones to define, you know, those places where you want a tiny bit darker, but don't use too much. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.